Carri, hey, congratulations for this series, but what sparked all this for you?
Well, thank you so much. Really, it came up with the idea that Brie Larson had. She was going through some internal catharsis around how shame had interacted with her life and choices that she had made, and she wanted to make a show about it, and she came to our company, Culture House, and we all sat down at a table and were like, well, what are you ashamed of, and what are you ashamed of? And I was like, well, if I could have freed myself from this thing, I would have done, if I could have told myself at 13, like, literally no one's thinking about your thighs, you should stop. That would have been really freeing. And so we sat down and we really ideated like all the things that we were ashamed of: our parents being divorced, not having money in this way, not getting into this school, having acne, having hair that looked weird, all the things. And we decided we wanted to make a show about that.
Wow. Vanessa, Gavin, your stories are very powerful. How did you build up the confidence and courage to tell your story? Because, I was going to cry multiple times through Gavin's story. Who wants to start?
Okay. How did I build the confidence? I think it's definitely not like something that happened all at once. It's like a process that I'm still going through and developing confidence, and I think I'm going to experience it for the rest of my life. But I think the first step for me was just like being myself, like waking up and deciding there's nothing wrong with me and making sure that I believe that in here. I think that was the first step for me.
How about for you guys?
I think it does take a lot of courage, honestly, and maybe something maybe I didn't realize, like, this is actually very brave to tell your truth. And I guess what I'll say is I hope people, when they watch this, they're able to sort of feel like they have the power to be themselves and tell their stories too, because there's so much healing that comes from it. And I think that that's what I was focused on, and it told me, this is your truth, speak it to the world, and people will feel, empowered, they'll feel inspired, they'll feel the healing that comes with hearing other people. So,
Carri, was there more to this to this season that you had it contracted down to 10 stories, or are you saving some for season 2?
Listen, we feel like this is an endless, kind of unfortunately, it's like an endless reservoir of things that we can explore and topics that we can explore. And part of the beauty of the show is that we're doing it through an individual story, and it's not no one lives a single issue life. And so all of us have intersecting and overlapping priorities and needs and traumas and all sorts of things. And that's a really extraordinary and special reality about the human experience. And so there's so much we haven't covered. Brie, I know in particular, really wants to make sure we get into incarceration and what it means to interact with the system at a young age. And so we each have our own, we haven't gotten to this exactly yet, but hopefully we'll have many seasons to come.
Well, Vanessa, Gavin, I'm going to give you the last word. As people have a chance to see your stories, what is the most important take that you hope they walk away with?
I think the most important take for me is that there is so much beauty and power in being exactly who you are, and you should never be afraid to wake up and be yourself.
Excellent.
I'll say that no matter what you're going through, I hope you know that you are not alone.
Well said. Hey, congratulations, and the world is ready to hear all your stories.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.